why wealthy men, successful men, men that not only have their lives put together well, but have succeeded far more than the average man, above average men. These type of men, they do struggle to find true love. And I want to talk about why they struggle to find true love, and it's probably not exactly the reasons why that you might think. It might be a little bit more complex than you might actually think. But before we kick it off, I'm Dave, and this channel is dedicated to giving you no BS novel dating advice for men. And mostly I specialize in teaching guys cold approach, dating and relationships, how to get a girlfriend, etc. You guys know the deal. Check out the website, top link in the description, to find out a little bit more. So, wealthy, successful men struggle to find true love. And let's just get the basics out of the way. Gold diggers. Men who are successful didn't get there. They didn't become successful by being emotional wrecks that drink a lot and can't think for themselves, and don't understand how the world works. They don't understand the laws, etc. Successful men understand all of these things. They're intelligent. They understand the laws. They understand what society is doing. And so that makes them a little bit more skeptical. There is a misconception out there that wealthy men are getting screwed over by gold diggers. But that is not necessarily the case. A lot of these wealthy men, they just decide, okay, well, I'm going to lose half my stuff, because a successful man would know that marriage these days is it's really just a financial contract. And a wealthy man would totally understand that, and they'll know what a financial contract is. So the men that seem to be getting taken advantage of, in fact, I wouldn't rule out them being on board with the whole deal themselves. And this gets to the next level of this, is that a lot of wealthy, successful men, they become skeptics, and they're worried about losing their money. They're worried about losing out to an unethical girl. They don't trust easily, and this makes it hard for them to build an emotional connection with women, especially in the early stages, and can derail the relationship quite fast. And a lot of successful men don't necessarily have the time and effort to really get to know a woman. They're too busy on their business. They're too busy doing fun things too. A lot of successful guys, they're not only running successful businesses quite often, they're also spending their money traveling the world and going on little adventures. Some of those men might want to bring a woman along, but then that woman gets to see, the woman gets a taste of his lifestyle that is extremely addictive. Now, he notices that, and he starts to become a bit skeptical of her over time. You're going to struggle to trust a woman that has more to gain than you. And this is quite often part of the deal here, is that these successful men, often they know how negotiation works. They know how deals are made. They know how to read people. And a lot of the women that they were getting start to build in the early stages of a relationship, they'll start to, and that's hopefully who I'm trying to talk to. I'm pretty much trying to talk to wealthy men, to be honest. Will struggle to find love because of all this skepticism, the ability to read people, and somehow only getting in contact with lower quality women. Now, This is something that can lead a lot of successful men down the wrong path, where they start to only see women as more of a commodity, and they're like, okay, well, I'll just get myself I'll pay for a beautiful woman to hang out with me, short-term thing, and then I'll trade her in for another one, and I'll continue doing that for the rest of my life. Some of them don't actually end up having kids. Even though a successful man wants a legacy, they've just built a legacy, they need some sons. They need some children to hand that legacy over. They want to teach their sons how to become successful like themselves. They've taught their employees how to do their roles. They would like to be able to teach a son or multiple sons how to complete their roles as well and become as successful as them in the future as well. So this is it's almost like a catch-22. They're stuck. Most of the women they come in contact with cannot be trusted. A lot of their wealthy friends have had divorces. They might have sons, but they've lost half of their wealth because marriage is a financial contract. And they're stuck. And they start thinking, okay, well, how am I going to do this? And not showing how much wealth you have in the early stages of a relationship is not a very good plan either, because what will happen is the rejection rate will go up for these men. So they want to use their wealth and status and their lifestyle as leverage to get high quality, beautiful women. But then there's the catch-22 that kicks in as well, as they get a taste of your life, and then they start to act differently. You can tell because you're not a stupid man, you're an intelligent, switched-on man that knows how negotiations and how people work. And you can see that she's now pretending. She now wants more of your lifestyle, and she's just acting to get more of it. And so this is across the board. The majority of successful men have this issue. And it is difficult to find a woman, a good woman, that is I think these days they call it the trad wife, the traditional wife, the homemaker, the one that they can trust, the one that's going to be focusing on love and not focusing on money. But these guys, successful men, they come across a lot of women all the time, and their skepticism and the behavior of the women just doesn't make sense, because when they were building their business, life was hard. They had to negotiate hard with people. They had to battle their way to the top, working long hours, negotiating not only with people within their own businesses, but negotiating with other businesses, having legal issues, having all these other multitude of problems that come with running a successful business, putting out fires every day, answering the phone because something's gone wrong. These people know how the real world works, and then they see a woman making it too easy for them, and that just rings alarm bells massively. And then that woman's on the out. He's not going to be wanting to hang out with her anymore. So there is massive problems with wealthy men trying to find love. And a lot of people, I guess, out there would just assume that it's easy for these wealthy men, that all they have to do is flash some money and then they got love. But the thing is, they don't have real love at that stage, and they know it. And in your gut, you can feel that she's using you or manipulating you or just coming along for the ride because you have a nice lifestyle. And it's difficult for men to then find a girl that is real. And so one solution, okay, you guys that have been following this channel for quite a while, you'll be aware of my solution, which is stepping outside of your wealthy social circle, not showing your wealth, maybe just showing a little bit of wealth, just so that you seem like you're the average man. Using methods that are more akin to the ancient days where there was no social media, there was no matchmaking services, there was no Tinder, there was no online dating, and you had to meet someone through walking over to them and approaching them. Now, a wealthy guy that is connected and has a powerful social circle, you can't really trust those girls either, because imagine it. You've got this girl, your friend's girlfriend or your friend's wife, goes and looks through all of her friends and goes, oh, I've got a successful man for you. And you just got gold diggers hunting for you through your social circle. You go to the events, the girls there know there's successful men there, and that nabbing one of them and grabbing hold of him would lead to a good standard of living for the rest of her life. Now, stepping out of your social circle, avoiding a lot of the traps of showing her how wealthy you are, and trying to show her that you're an average guy, and building rapport in an authentic way that will reduce the probability of her liking you purely because she thinks that you have money. Now, that method is cold approach. Having the ability to cold approach girls and talk to a girl, and the beauty of wealthy men is that they mostly are very confident, have no problem approaching people in general, and can hold a very good conversation. And most of these things they can work out themselves. But cold approach does have a bit of a method to it that a coach like myself could add some extra tools in your arsenal the next time you're on a lunch break, the next time you're traveling the world doing one of these adventures, where you could get yourself into an interaction with that beautiful girl in the lobby that you didn't go and talk to, making sure that you're able to approach her and make it seem smooth and spontaneous and not a methodical thing that you actually planned out, so that she thinks it's spontaneous, not showing her that you're super wealthy, and trying to build an authentic connection with a woman, possibly even finding love, without just avoiding the gold diggers. Now, if you happen to be out there, top link in the description, check out the website. And it's not easy for successful men to find love. I happen to have a few friends that are quite successful, and they're just running down this gauntlet of not only paying for women, but hanging out with lots of lower quality women that are only really interested in the lifestyle instead of falling in love with them as they are. And this got me talking, because I met up with one of my friends in the financial industry, and I thought, this is a great little video to make. It makes perfect sense to me after speaking to him. He's having a lot of issues himself, and he's got everything together. So if you happen to be one of those guys, top link in the description. Come do a little bit of coaching. What have you got to lose? Nothing. Just a little bit of your time. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you disagree. And I'll see you guys next